what are your thoughts on the protests against vaccination mandates?
I mean, I get the people who are upset and who disagree with what politicians decided about the vaccination. But my personal opinion is that I support vaccination and the mandate. So I'm into protecting people, caring about people, and try to support the healthcare system. So I totally disagree with the way how they protest. They shouldn't honk and make a big noise. They should go on the street and have their banners and say what they want, but then leave and not come from Langley and then, make a big noise. And what's going to change? Nothing, because the big majority says we support you, the government and the politicians, because that's the right thing to do to protect our vulnerable people.
I feel for the Indigenous people, environmentalists, who their take on it is, at least what I'm hearing, is that when they try and put a protest in and just, try and do any kind of blockade of anybody, there may be 20 of them there, and the police are on it and they're dispersing it, and I don't know. I don't support the way it's playing out, I guess.
A waste of time. It's about collective rights, not individual rights.
I'm really on the fence. I'm really not that affected by any of the restrictions. I can work from home. I have no problem getting anywhere because of the vaccines. So I have no problem with it. But I also understand a lot of people that have been severely affected by it because, they can't go to work and things of that nature, and it's been on for 2 years. So I can see why they're protesting.
I love freedom of speech. I love the fact that we can protest things, but I am so against when people protest like that and they inconvenience everyone else. And I just think it's not right. So, and I'm pro-vaccinating, so get vaccinated, buddy, and then you can do your job. So that's how I think.
So I'm really well versed on this one. So.
But he is vaccinated.
I think.
So.
Oh yeah, I'm vaccinated. Mm-hmm. But I think that the whole passport thing is not right. People should be allowed to decide on their own whether they get vaccinated or not. That's what this whole country stands for, right? We have freedom to do this, that,
but
next
they can,
thing.
They can.
No.
They just can't get on a plane.
That's true, and they can't go in a restaurant, and they can't do this, and they can't do that. Which is, you can't get on a bus. You can. So that's. I don't agree with that, and I think it's really sad that our political leaders, with the exception of Aaron O'Toole, are not meeting with these people.
The folks who have rolled into town have taken control of the city. And that's not a protest, that's something else entirely.
It's pretty political. I don't like to view my opinion because it might differ from others. So it sucks to have the streets all closed up while we're here trying to have a vacation, but it is what it is. Seems pretty friendly all in all.
We have laws because the rule of law is primary in our society. That's why a democracy exists, and we should abide by democratic principle and not some far-right extremist element.
I think the time is over. That's it. I have some sympathy, but that evaporated about 2 weeks ago.
I have PTSD now on a horn and a truck. Fully, even the Canadian flag, I'm fully now I don't know what that symbol means anymore because people on both ends are using it in their own way and it's really conflicting. I agree that we're all tired of the masks. I am so tired. I am tired of the mandates, but I think there are better ways to move forward.
That is a disaster. That is the only thing in my whole life of living in Ottawa that makes me ashamed to be an Ottawan or a Canadian even. I'm so ashamed of it. Our government's, our police response to it has been pathetic.
I fully support people's right to protest. However, obviously this has gone way past a protest, and it's very sad to see. It's people really not caring about how they are affecting Ottawa, the people of Ottawa.
I think it's great, especially the peacefulness of it. I know mainstream media is trying to make it look, like it was in the States with the BLM protests. Everything's been great, and that's been the primary thing, is peaceful. Nothing's going to occur for burning down cities, and we saw a result of that in the States. Was it last year or something like that? So it's been really good, and there's been a huge amount of support for it. So hopefully something can be done about it.
Mandates need to be gone. It's been 2 years, and I just think it's time.
Mandates are meant to protect people. Like, I'm not wearing a mask for me, I'm wearing it for everybody else. I have an 86-year-old mom. The last thing I want to do is get that and give that to her. So it's not for me as much as it is for other people. So for mandates, I mean, it's about the community, right? Like, I'm from Newfoundland. We grew up like protecting our neighbors, checking on our neighbors, that kind of thing. And that's what this is about more than anything else.
Yeah, well, definitely I don't believe that there should be a mandate. People should have the choice, you know. It's just a Canadian way, you know, to have a choice of what you want to have put in your body. You should have that, you know. There's no doubt in my mind that Canadian freedom to have choice is definitely right up there at the top of the chart, you know.
I think everybody should have a freedom of choice. You want to take the vaccine, be my guest. If I don't, I should have the choice. I shouldn't have the government telling me what I have to do to my body. It should be my decision.
You know what, I'm just kind of tired of all the divisiveness. Wish people would just get on board and respect one another.
I think it's amazing. I think that everybody's tired of living this way, and it obviously shows. All the people that are out, everybody who wanted the vaccine has gotten it, and the government strong-arming people and threatening to take more things away from them isn't going to change anything. The people that don't have it aren't going to get it. So it's time to start living life again. This is ridiculous.